whenever I hear people say the first market is a scam, first trading is a scam, it infuriates me. I get so annoyed. It chased me. Like at that point in time, I want to respond, but I just have to hold myself because these people are people that are so ignorant, indisciplined, people who don't want to learn. They just don't want to sit down and learn. So you want to become a doctor, you are very patient, you can be patient in sitting down in the class, doing one thing for over 5 years, 7 years. You want to become a lawyer, the same thing happens. I'm a geologist, I studied, and I graduated 3 years ago. I had to go through a process that made me proficient in a particular field for over 4 years. For over 4 years. But when it comes to the forex market, you know that this is a market that's capable of paying you so much, so much, without any cap to what you can earn. But the problem is you don't want to sit down and learn. Even learning for even a month is a big problem. But you are the one that's coming out to say that the forex market is a scam. Do you know that only 10% of traders who join the forex market in a particular year turn out to be profitable? 10%. So if 100 persons join the forex market, start trading, let's say 2024 for instance, 100 persons, only 10 make the cut. Only 10. Only 10. Now, Emeka, this is the reason why I've been screaming that the forex trading is a scam. This is the reason. This is the only reason why I've been screaming that the forex market is a scam. Only 10% of traders turn out to be profitable in their first year. And over 90% turn out to be profitable when they stay up to 10 years. Almost 90% of traders turn out to be profitable when they stay up to 10 years trading. What does this tell you? Time has a lot to do. Time is a very big factor as it regards your trading journey into profitability. Time has a lot to do. You can't skip processes as long as the forex market is concerned. It will always humble you. If you think you come into the forex market and start making profit the moment you land, just because it is as easy as you clicking a button and then you start seeing money rolling in, the market will always humble you. I tell you the truth. I just have to do this research because whenever I hear people say the forex market is a scam, forex trading is a scam, it infuriates me. I get so annoyed. It chased me. Like at that point in time, I want to respond, but I just have to hold myself because these people are people that are so ignorant, indisciplined, people who don't want to learn. They just don't want to sit down and learn. So you want to become a doctor, you are very patient, you can be patient in sitting down in the class, doing one thing for over 5 years, 7 years. You want to become a lawyer, the same thing happens. I'm a geologist, I studied, and I graduated 3 years ago. I had to go through a process that made me proficient in a particular field for over 4 years. For over 4 years. But when it comes to the forex market, you know that this is a market that's capable of paying you so much, so much, without any cap to what you can earn. But the problem is you don't want to sit down and learn. Even learning for even a month is a big problem. But you are the one that's coming out to say that the forex market is a scam. Bro, go and look at this chart yourself. Only 10% turn out to be profitable. But once you stay in the market for at least 10 years, almost 90% of the people that have stayed for that long turn out profitable. Because the market has to deal with you. Forex reveals your person, reveals the fact that you are impatient, reveals the fact that you are not emotionally stable, reveals the fact that your psychology is not there yet, reveals the fact that you are so inconsistent as a person. You are so inconsistent. So your development curve as a trader is one that goes with, you start with losses and then you step into a point where you're at the break-even stage, then you start making profit gradually and then you step into it, you start hitting the market big. That's because you've understood the cycle, you stick with a particular pair, you make sure that you manage your risk appropriately. All of these things are things that you get to learn with time. With time has a big role to play in you turning out profitable. So Nkechi, you joined the market yesterday. You started trading yesterday, and then you funded. Maybe perhaps the first time you ever took a trade, you made profits. You felt like, wow, that's it. It's just that simple. It's just the market has humbled you. That's why you started screaming that the forex market is scam. It has humbled you because you felt like it was going to be that easy. Just click buy and then you're seeing profit, or click sell and you're seeing profit. But that has not been the case. So you blew the first account you funded, blew the second one, blew the third one, and you felt like, okay, that's it. The forex market is finally a scam. Have you learned? Have you learned? You have to sit down and tell yourself, okay, if this is the career path I'm choosing, I have to sit down as a matter of necessity and learn. Learn. Very Dark Man said, "You learn the hard way." You have to sit down, sit your ass down, and learn. What does it take you what does it take you to be profitable? You have to sit down and learn everything that it takes to be profitable. Go and check out any trader that's profitable. You have to have an edge over the market. You have to be consistent in doing one thing over and over. It could be boring. The process could be boring because at times you even come to the chart and you are not seeing your strategy, you are not seeing your setup, play out. So you just have to sit down and watch the market from morning till evening. Forget about all these forex influencers. I call them influencers because nobody, you can't just be, jumping up and down and then coming to take a trade and then you say it's a 1 minute something. It's a lie. That's a lie. Unless they just do it for their content. But when it gets to the real aspect of trading, where you have to actually trade and make money, you have to sit down and watch a chart. It takes time. You can dedicate hours to this thing every day. In fact, it's not you can, you must. That's the only way to turn out profitable. It's not just about taking trades and then jumping out, going about other hobbies, going about other activities. You have to sit down because there are times you come to the chart and then your setup is not there. And if you don't stay on it, you definitely miss it because the market doesn't call you back whenever the setup is. So you necessarily have to stay and monitor and all of these things. The more you spend time on this chart, you get to understand how the market behaves, because there are different cycles in the market. The market behaves in different ways for different reasons. It could be fundamental reasons like, imagine Donald Trump won the election. Did you see what happened in the market? Did you see what happened? That was the moment gold started selling. It started selling because the dollar was gaining strength. So that's the fundamental. So imagine if you are just coming in and then you don't have all of this information at your fingertip. You just come in, you blow your account, and then you go back crying and shouting that the price is the market is a scam. Whereas you've not done due diligence, finding out what it takes, what are the ins and outs, what are the do's and don'ts, what are the things I must never attempt as long as the market is concerned. You've not done all of those things, but you want to turn out profitable. It's not going to happen, bro. You keep losing. You keep losing. Time has to do a lot on you. You keep losing. And I said earlier, there's nothing wrong with taking losses. When I started out trading with an FBS demo account. They gave us the account back in was it 2021 or 2020? That was 3 years or 4 years ago. So they gave us the account. Back then FBS usually give accounts. You hit a target on the account 100%, and then within a particular period of time, they will give you a percentage of the profit, if not all. So that was the first thing that brought me first market when I saw it. And at the time I started, because I've seen a lot of educational content on risk management. So when I started in, I wasn't really about the money. I really did come into to see how much I could make. So I was about actually seeing if I could hit the target 100%. So when I came in, the account was about $400 account. So when I came in, was it 400 or 200? Should be 400. So I hit 100% target on that account with a 0.01 lot. And at the time, I was very okay with even seeing 2 pips profit because I didn't really have a profit target. I only wanted to hit the target the broker gave to me 100% for me to hit that payout. But I couldn't meet up at the time, so I didn't really mind because I really didn't come in at the time for the money. I didn't come in for the money. So 0.01, I'll still see my 0.2 cents, 0.5 cents, $1. I was taking my profit gradually. So I kept doing it over and over and over. So when I finally hit the profit target, it was the time at the last. But I was fine with it. It was the motivation, seeing the fact that I could, do one thing over and over and over, and I was growing. I was seeing growth. The account was actually growing on a daily basis. It was the motivation. I saw that there was so much potential. The forex market possessed so much potential. So much for your information. This is the most liquid market. The forex market is the most liquid market, turning out over 7 point something trillion daily. So this is money that's rotating between people every day. 7 point something trillion dollars. That's the amount that's rotating between people. So you can make as much as you want from the forex market if just you have the right things in place. Your equity, your risk management, all of these things that actually gives you an edge. Once you have all of them in place, once you're it, you start hitting your bags big. So I endured the process. So immediately I finished that challenge, I saw that okay, this is something I would love to do. Because that was the moment I left school. I really didn't have anything going for me. I wasn't attached anywhere. So the airdrop, there was not airdrop or something at the time. I don't know if it was Joe Swap or S Fund, but I know that one of those airdrops gave me over $1,000. That was it when I got my the first $1,000 I made was from an airdrop. So I funded my account. I started trading, and truthfully, I lost the money. But I really didn't feel bad. I didn't come in with this mindset of I want to make, and I didn't lose that money because I was over leveraging. No, that wasn't the reason. I just lost that money because I wasn't using my stop loss. That was the issue I had when I started trading, because I didn't want to see any, those losses in my account. If I'm showing somebody my trading history, I didn't want to see those reds. So it was something that made me actually uncomfortable. But when as I grew over time, I realized that losses are just a part of it, and there's nothing wrong with those reds being in the mix of those trades. In fact, if you see anybody trading without you seeing losses in their trades, just they are suspects. They are not actually trading. You can't be trading, maybe take trades for over 100 times and then you never hit a loss. It's not possible now, guy. It's not possible. It's just not possible. A million people are trading the same market. So you just have to get it wrong at a particular point in time. So there's nothing wrong with you taking losses. So that's something I didn't understand. So I wasn't trading with my stop loss. That's the reason why I kept losing money until I started growing. I understood that if I wanted to, to actually stand out, to actually start being profitable, I had to necessarily use my stop loss. Else I was still going to be where I was. So I had to start using my stop loss. I had to learn the hard way, because there was just no going forward without it. So I had to necessarily use it. So the moment I started deploying the stop loss, I got to a stage where I wasn't making profit and I wasn't taking losses either. I was at the break-even stage, so I could finish trading at the end of the month. I didn't make profit, but I didn't make much loss. This is something that encouraged me, because I know that for the fact that I've moved from that point where I was always making losses, blowing my account, to a point where, okay, I wasn't making losses, but I wasn't making profit either. It was something to show that I was actually growing. So I took a next step. Okay, what am I doing wrong? That's the reason why you have to journal the trade, so you can go back to those trades and see what you did wrong. Journaling is very necessary. Whenever I take a loss, there's actually something responsible. You must have done something wrong. That's the reason why you need to journal, so that I can go back to those trades that you journal and then analyze them to see what you actually did wrong. So went back, tried to see how I could improve on the things I was doing, and that's just how it began. So gradually and gradually, the profits started rolling in. So it's just like, this is what your development curve as a trader should look like. And even your equity curve, if you are a real trader, you know that this is what your equity curve should look like. So it should be this gradual. The growth should be this gradual, not that abrupt change in your chart. Maybe you see somebody's book, I see they funded $100 and in just a day they made over $1,000, and you shouldn't be seeing that on a person's account that has been consistent and is taking that that gradual step. You shouldn't. This is what a developmental curve of a trader who is very intentional about his development should look like. So ignore all those things you are seeing on social media. Those guys are influencers, they are hypers. They just have their own way of earning money. But if you really want to make money from the first market, time has to take a toll on you. You have to sit down and learn. You necessarily have to sit down and learn. So the first market is not a scam. You just need to take a different approach to your learning. You have to sit down, learn, and tell yourself that you are going to stick to it. There's no way saying this in doing this particular thing unless you just don't want to improve on the things you are doing wrong. But I tell you the truth, if you can stay in this particular space for over 2 years, 4 years, you turn out to be profitable. You can save this video and come back to thank me later. Just tell yourself, I'm going to stay here. I've seen how enormous the potential in the first market is, and I'm going to stick to it. I'm going to keep developing myself every day that goes by. I'll do the things that I must do and see if you don't turn out a profitable trader. If you love what you just heard, come on, like this video, subscribe to this channel for more valuable content to come. So I'm FS Colonel, the Honest Trader. Let's meet in the next one. Bye.